Hello there and welcome to A2 Maths from June 2018, paper 2, and here we're looking at question 2, a vectors question. So, relative to a fixed origin O, the point A has position vector 2, 3, minus 4. Let's write that down, 2, 3, minus 4. We can write that as a coordinate. Point B has position vector, we can write that as another coordinate, 4, minus 2, 3. And point C has a position vector A, 5, minus 2. The point D is such that A to B, the vector from A to B, is equal to the vector from B to D. Find the position vector of D. Okay, let's draw a diagram and visualize this. So if we have a position A, then we want to get to position B, and then position D is going to be exactly the same vector as it was from A to B. So let's work out the vector from A to B. Okay, how do we get from A to B? We have to go from 2 to 4, so that means we have to go up 2 on the x-axis. We go from 3 to minus 2, that means we have to go down by 5 on the y-axis. And we go from minus 4 to 3, that means we have to go up by 7 on the z-axis. So now we have to do exactly the same thing from B to D. We have to go 2 minus 5, 7 from B to get to D. So let's now do that. To get to D, we need to start at B and then add on the vector from B to D. So let's go ahead and now do that. B is 4 minus 2, 3. That's the position vector for B. And then plus the direction vector to get from B to D, which is the same as the direction vector from A to B, 2 minus 5, 7. So it's going to be 4 plus 2 is 6. Minus 2 plus minus 5, that's minus 7, and 3 plus 7, that's 10. So therefore, coordinate D is at 6. Let's write it in IJK, because they've given us the question in that form, minus 7J plus 10K. Generally, that's a good rule of thumb. How they've given you the question, the form they've given you the question in, is the form you write your answer in. Part B now, given that A to C, the magnitude of A to C is equal to 4, find the value of A. Okay, so first of all we need to work out how to get from A to C. You can do this by doing C take away A as well. So C take away A, that's A take away 2. 5 take away 3 is 2, and minus 2 take away minus 4, that is 2. Okay, so now what we need to do is we now need to work out the magnitude of this vector, A to C, and set it equal to 4. So the magnitude of a vector is that Pythagorean calculation of the x component squared plus the y component squared plus the z component squared, and this is going to equal 4. So it's going to be a minus 2 squared plus 4 plus another 4, that's plus 8 in total, so that will equal 4. Let's put the square on the other side, so it's going to be a minus 2 squared plus 8 equals 16, because we'll put the square on the other side. Let's now take away the 8 on the other side, so it'll be a minus 2 equals 8 squared. Now let's square root, so it's going to be a minus 2 equals plus or minus the square root of 8. The square root of 8 can be simplified as 2 root 2. So then a is going to equal plus the 2 on the other side, 2 plus or minus 2 root 2. Okay, so there we are. That's the answer to, a is less than 0, so yeah, let's just write our final answer then. So it's the version that is less than 0, so a is equal to 2 minus 2 root 2. Just do a quick check at the end. That's the things you go back and check for once you've completed questions. Okay, so there we are. That's the answer to question 2. 5 marks for that question 2 there, a vectors question. Let's now move on to question 3.